Well, I know my foundation don't match my skin. I'm still, like I said, I'm still working on learning how to do makeup. I have to learn how to match up my foundation. Um, yeah, as you guys can see, I tried to match it more with this part of me because my neck has always been darker than my face and everything because of my PCOS. So I tried to match the foundation more with this part of me down here in this area. So I do understand that. So don't go ham on me in these comments, y'all, about this foundation. Okay, so if y'all just watch my first story, y'all see that I said I was in love with a married man. That was part one. This is part two, how I ended up in another relationship with another married man. So you would think, if you watch this story, if you haven't already watched this story, go back and watch it. You would think with all the bullcrap that I just told y'all I was going through in that first relationship, that when I found out this dude was married, I would have just ran for the hills. Okay, so transitioning from first married dude, I'm living my life, I'm living my best life, I'm having fun, I'm thinking about me, I'm not thinking about no relationship or anything. Well, I got smacked with another married dude. Met this man at my job or whatever. We became friends. You know, anybody that can instantly make me laugh, like, we gonna have a bond. Especially if you got some good jokes, we gonna have a bond. So we was friends or whatever. Cool. We end up kicking it. Like I said, I was on some stupid stuff at this point in time in my life. We end up chilling for a little bit. And I remember how we started talking, like how I knew he was married was because we would never meet up at his house. Like, he would always come get me and we'd just ride around the city. So he finally had told me that he had a wife, but he was like, you know, I'm breaking up with her, I'm leaving her alone. Which I will not lie, like, he really did separate from his wife or whatever, but he was still on some stupid shit too. So he ends up moving in with his brother, and like, I just started hanging around him a lot. He was not as bad as the first dude, but he still had his problems. He's real insecure about himself at times. He was. I don't really know how to do this now no more. I don't give a damn either. But when I was talking to him, he was real insecure about himself. So I kind of hate that I was talking to him because, one, like, he know my husband now. He knows my husband. And I did not know this, but they were cool and still is cool. But once me and him completely stopped talking to each other, he tried to make me seem like such a bad person. He told my husband I was a hoe. I had my moments. He told my husband I was a hoe. I didn't pay him any attention. I was always on the phone. Like, he was real bitter. But then he would tell other people he didn't know who the hell I was, and we never talked. But you was real bitter about me to my husband. So I was just like, what's your beef? Like, I done got to arguing with his new boo because of some stupid shit that he did and said. Like, he tried to make it seem like I still wanted him, I still called and texted him, which I didn't. Like, when I found out he was talking to somebody that was kind of like my friend, I had no words for him. Like, I had no words for him or her, and that's how me and her ended up getting into it. But I will not lie, like, at this particular moment, all of us can see each other. We can be real cordial with each other, like, we'll speak to each other or whatever. But it gets no farther than hey and bye for me. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about how it was when I was with him. Like I said, talking to a married dude, if that's what you do, I hope it's not, because I understand some of us get put in situations and it's hard for us to get out. Because with the first one, it was really hard for me to get out because I was head over heels for him. I was a dumbass for him, for real. With the second one, it wasn't hard for me to get out because I was like, I'm not going to put myself through this again. Like, you know, the first couple of weeks, he did split up from his wife. Like I said, I admit that the first couple of weeks, he split up from her and moved in with his brother. But then it got to the point where she would call him for unnecessary stuff and he'd be back at the house. He'd be like, oh, I had to go over there and feed the dogs, or I had to do this, I had to do that. So I got tired of that. And then, you know, I just knew he was on some bullshit too. And I was just like, I'm not finna do this. So me and him only dated for about a few months. I wasn't head over heel for him like I was with the other guy. And I was proud of myself for that. I just hated that I ended up in two relationships with two married dudes, because it's just like, Karma's a bitch. And Karma came back and bit me in my ass hard. Like, she did. But I just feel like some of the things that I have been through in my life has been because of karma, of me messing up two marriages. And I will take the fault for that, because that first one, he could have worked his problems out, but I just kept on letting him back in. And then the second one, I don't know if they could have worked their situation out, because he completely divorced her and got married to somebody else. So I don't think it was no going back for them. But that first one, him and his wife never did get a divorce. To the day that this man died, they were still married. So yeah. The second one, I learned to love myself more, because I was just putting myself through so much, and I was just settling for anything. Like, at a point in time, I used to think I was so ugly. Like, I'd be like, this all I'm capable of getting is married, man. I'd never be in a relationship with anybody, and if this is what is planned for me, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take that. But that's not what it was. You know, God blessed me with somebody who actually loved me for me. You know, dude gets on my nerves at times, but that's my baby. But he blessed me with somebody who loves me for me and treated me like a gentleman. Like, he shitted on both of them the first couple of weeks that I was talking to my husband. Like I said in my previous video, he never, when we first started talking, he never tried to get in my pants. Me and Corey did not have relations until like our third or fourth month into our relationship. So yeah, we was friends before we did anything. We would kick it with each other, but we wouldn't kick it at each other's house. When me and Corey would meet up, if I can get my words out, I'm sorry, y'all. When me and Corey would meet up, we would just ride around in each other's cars, or we'd kick it at our job, and that was about it. But like, he is such a sweetheart, you know, opening doors, pulling out chairs, carrying my bags. He treated his mama well. Stuff that other dudes didn't do for me, Corey did for me. But I'm not trying to talk about Corey. We talking about time I was in a relationship with two married dudes. But yes, so like I said, if you in that situation now, girl, get yourself out of it, because it's not worth it. 9 times out of 10, he's still talking to his wife, and he on some bullshit. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And I had to learn that the hard way. And what am I, the cheaty? Will I be the cheaty? I'm not the cheater, so I'm the cheaty. Whatever. Being on that side of the table, I done been on both sides of the table. I done been cheated on, and I done helped someone cheat. So, you know, it's not worth it at the end. Like, all you doing is degrading yourself, and you hurting yourself and setting yourself up for failure. But I do know that it is people out here who are with the married person because they love them, and the other person, you know, they're trying to get out of their marriage. But you have some bitter people who just don't want to get divorced. And I tell Corey, that's gonna be me. Now, I'm just playing, y'all. You know, God has something planned for him, and which, you know, I'm not praying on that. But if God say, you know, you two are not meant to be together, I'm not gonna be bitter like that. But you do have bitter people out here who don't want to give the other person a divorce. Hence, the first man that I was talking to, he didn't really want to give that lady no divorce. So that says a lot. But yes, you have to be careful about these situations, because I was young, dumb, and in lust. I wasn't in love. I was in lust with both of them. And it taught me how to value myself, and it taught me how to love myself better than what I was doing then. And then on top of that, you know, it brought me to a relationship with God, and it brought me to a wonderful person. I had to go through the ringer to get to where I am now. You know, you have to go through a couple of bad apples before you get to that golden apple. So yeah, I just want to share this story with you guys. It's just a little story time. I know I didn't talk too much in depth of the second guy, and the only reason why of that is because me and him wasn't together that long. We was together for maybe about 4 to 6 months, and within the time of me being with him, I used to stay high, so I couldn't even really tell y'all half of the stuff we did. Like, we never went anywhere. We was always at his brother's apartment. If we went in his brother's apartment, we always rode around in the car, but he never took me anywhere. We never went out of town. The first guy out of town for him was like an hour up the road, because we stay about an hour and a half away from Memphis. That'll be the most we go. But with Corey, I'm going different places with myself. I'm doing different things, loving myself. Me and my friends, we get out, we do different things. Met a wonderful person. I spend more time with my family and my friends and with my husband. So, you know, it taught me a valuable lesson to learn to love myself. And once I learned how to love myself, I knew what was meant for me. And I knew not to settle for just anything. So if you didn't get anything from these stories, I hope you got that. Learn to love yourself so you won't just be out here settling, because that was me at a point of time. So yeah, like I said earlier, you guys know I try to do a little motivation, a little uplifting. I hope y'all like this story. If y'all did like these stories, drop a comment down below and tell me if y'all want to hear some more like this. And y'all, yes, I have started back to drinking my apple cider vinegar, because y'all know I am still trying to lose weight too. So yeah, drop a comment down below, subscribe to this channel, and share this video if you care. And I will catch you guys out in the next video, because I know these videos are long and I was trying not to make them long, so please forgive me for that. Any questions, drop it in the comment and I'll get back at y'all. Holla, my beauties and my plus size dolls. I'll catch y'all in the next video.